Good evening, everyone. How are you on this hot but dry Thursday night? Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, it is my privilege and honor to introduce to you the Edsel Ford High School graduating class of 2018. Graduates, please remain standing. I would like to call on Miss Tahani Almujahid, our 2018 student class president, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance at the conclusion of the Star-Spangled Banner. Everyone, please rise.
لو سمحتوا قوموا تسمعوا النشيد الوطني. شكرا.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening, parents, students, guests, and soon-to-be graduates of Edsel Ford High School. This year's senior class has made outstanding contributions to building a vibrant learning community by initiating a diversity of connections within the school and within our community. The class of 2018 has definitely met our challenge of adding to Edsel Ford's brand and legacy. It was about 4 years ago when you came into high school with not just 6, but 7 classes, for no fault of your own. You didn't even go here when the student achievement measures had dipped to the point the state identified us as a priority school, one of the worst performing schools in the state. But guess what? When we had visitors on almost a weekly basis from numerous state, county, and district educational departments and offices, when those visitors stopped looking at scores, papers, and other irrelevant measures, they saw you in the hallways, in the classrooms, and in the cafeteria. They watched in awe as you, our Edsel Ford students, got to class on time, received quality instruction, engaged with each other, and had fun while learning. Class of 2018, it was you. You were the leaders that set the example and allowed us to grow both academically and socially like never before. What I took away from those days with you is that our potential as human beings is limitless. I further believe that our purpose in life is to serve humanity and make a mark on our community, which distinguishes us from others. That's what Thunderbirds do. Class of 2018, you have convinced me that over the course of the past 4 years, you have set the bar very high for future cohorts. You should feel very proud. In just a few minutes, the class of 2018 will receive diplomas to mark their graduation from high school. The diplomas these graduates receive represent years of hard work, commitment, dedication, and achievement, and will mark a turning point in the lives of these young people. Certainly, the class of 2018 will be greatly missed, and all of us here tonight can testify that they are much more than grade point averages, great performances, and athletic achievements. By putting students first, graduates of Edsel Ford High School and Dearborn Public Schools receive a quality education that will arm them for the future. Each one of these students honored here today have contributed to Edsel's brand and legacy in some form or fashion. They have done themselves and us proud. They deserve a hearty congratulations and wishes for a strong future. Seniors, thank you for an excellent year. Well done. Edsel Ford High School is blessed to have so many friends and supporters. Please allow me to introduce to you our honored guests for this evening. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced, and there's a lot. Ms. Mary Petchlikoff, Vice President, Dearborn Board of Education. Hussein Berry, Secretary. Ms. Mary Lane, Trustee. Celia Nasser, Trustee. Dr. Glenn Maleyko, Superintendent. Wayne County Commissioner and Edsel Ford alumni, Mr. Gary Warrenchak. Dr. Yusuf Masalam, Executive Director, Student Achievement. Ms. Rose Aldubailey, Director, ELL. Ms. Ross Grover, Coordinator, Curriculum. Mr. Micah Saley, Director, Special Education. Mr. Don Ball, Director, Safety and Security. Mr. Thomas Wall, Executive Director, Business Services. Ms. May Masalam, Coordinator, Compensatory Education. Mr. Dave Mastonin, Director, Communications. Mr. Dan Patterson, Director, Assessment. Mr. Robert Cederlin, Director, Human Resources, Instructional. Mr. Troy Patterson, Director, Technology and Media. Mr. Tim Grzinski, Director, Trades and Labor. Mr. Mike Rangos, Director, Operations. Ms. Julie Long, President of Edsel Ford PTSA and proud Edsel parent. Mr. Martin McCullough, Edsel Ford Booster Club President and proud Edsel parent. Ms. Becky Rankin, on behalf of the Crescendo Club and proud Edsel parent. Our administrative team at Edsel Ford, Assistant Principals, Mr. Pete Kochianis and Mr. Khalid Abdullah. Assistant Principal Intern, Ms. Miriam Farhat. Math Coordinator, Ms. Dana Addis. Language Arts Coordinator, Ms. Gretchen Bajorek. Our Community Liaison, Mr. Khalil Daklela, but he's at the gate, so we say hello to him. You did earlier tonight. Our counseling staff, Ms. Hella Mohammed. Mr. Abraham Beydoun, Mr. Craig Kiefer, and Ms. Gail Wellners. Our graduation intervention specialist, Mr. Kareem Naimi, Mr. Robert Doyle, Edsel Ford Choir Director, and Ms. Sarah Oren, Edsel Ford Band Director. And of course, let me please acknowledge all of the Edsel Ford faculty and staff in attendance today. Please stand and be recognized. Now it is my honor to introduce to you the Edsel Ford's class of 2018 valedictorian, Ms. Marwa Al-Badani. Please stand. Marwa has accumulated a 4.396 grade point average. Yes, give her a hand. She is a remarkable student who will study biometric engineering at Harvard University. Our valedictorian has attended both Salina Elementary and Salina Intermediate. She is also a newly inducted member of our school's NHS. She's a DCMST student, DCMST Student Council President for 2016, and leader for 2017. UNICEF Club founder 2018, Link Crew member 2017-18, and took dual enrollment classes. She is also a Hat Club officer. Her outside interests include Comcast Digital Connector 2016, Arab Student Union, Arabic School Student in 2015, Computer Science Competitions, Ford Steam Sessions, Mercedes-Benz Financial Services Intern 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, the Edsel Ford High School Class of 2000 valedictorian, Marwa Albadani. Congratulations, Marwa. Our first, notice I say first again, because 2 years in a row we had two salutatorians. Our first class of 2018 salutatorian is Miss Jennifer Tran. Please stand. She will be attending the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, where she will be attending the College of Engineering. She plans to major in computer science or data science. Our 2018 salutatorian has accumulated an outstanding GPA of 4.3073. She previously attended Howe Montessori and O.L. Smith Middle School. In her free time, she enjoys reading, walking trails, and watching TV. She has participated in gymnastics and varsity tennis for 4 years while at Edsel. She is in book club, NHS, French NHS, treasurer of Key Club, Link Crew leader, and attended the DCMST. Congratulations to Jennifer. Our next class of 2018 salutatorian, Miss Tahani Almujahid. Tahani plans on attending the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. She is currently undecided on her major. She has also accumulated a GPA of 4.3073 as well. Her academic and outside interests include NHS, French NHS, and being a French club officer. She also is the student council president and the Key Club founder and president. She also is an Interact Club member. She has participated in our Social Justice Youth Fellowship with the University of Michigan. Our next salutatorian attended Salina Elementary, Gear Park Elementary, and Stout Middle School prior to arriving at Edsel Ford. Congratulations, Tahani. Congratulations to all three of you. Now please let me introduce what the cords mean that you see draped around our graduates' necks. Students, please stand and be honored if you have the appropriate cord. The gold cord represents highest honors, summa cum laude, 3.80 and above. Thank you. A silver cord represents high honors, magna cum laude, 3.79 to 3.50. Silver cords, please stand. Thank you. A black and white cord represents honors, cum laude, 3.0 to 3.49. Please stand and be recognized. All students who earned a green and white cord for students that scored proficient on the M-STEP in all areas. The M-STEP proficiency is awarded to students who receive a proficient score in all of the areas on that Michigan M-STEP assessment. Students with that award, please stand. We would like to now acknowledge any students with a Collegiate Academy cord, dark blue and green. Please stand. Any of the students with NHS stole cords include Spanish, French, and German NHS. Also seal of biliteracy. Michael Berry Career Center students who are wearing tricolored cords, green, gold, and white, please stand and be recognized. That honors cord is given to outstanding students enrolled in the Career and Technical Education program at the Michael Berry Career Center. In order to qualify, students must meet the following 2 criteria: academic excellence, 3.0 overall grade point average, or 3.5 grade point at Michael Berry; active participation, membership in BPA, HOSA, Skills USA, and actively participate in Michael Berry activities outside the classroom. The DCMST cord, which is a tri-colored cord, orange, white, and blue. Please stand and be recognized. The DCMST honor cord is given to students that complete the DCMST program and who obtain 12 STEM credits. Thank you. Now please allow me a moment for some special recognition for an error or omission at this year's Honors Night. It is only proper to congratulate and acknowledge Ms. Caitlin Sadowski, our recipient of the 2018 Marine Corps Athlete of the Year Award. Caitlin, please stand and be acknowledged. I told you I'd make it up to you. Now you are about to meet a true student advocate and longtime Edsel supporter who would like to share a few words with you now. Please let me introduce to you our Dearborn Public Schools Board Secretary, Mr. Hussein Berry. His leadership on the Dearborn Board of Education continues to shape the future of our school and our district. Please help me welcome Mr. Berry.
Good evening, and thank you for joining our students today as they begin the next exciting phase of their lives. My name is Hussein Berry, and I serve you on the Dearborn Board of Education. On behalf of the board, it is my great honor to welcome you to the Edsel Ford High School 2018 commencement ceremony. Graduates, many people in the coming days and weeks will offer you advice as you take the next step in your life. It may be difficult to take in all their inspiring thoughts. Commencement speeches are often filled with this kind of advice. It would be very easy for me to stand here and offer you more advice, but instead, I would like to share with you how I feel. I am feeling thankful today. Yes, thankful. I am thankful to our graduates and our parents. I am thankful to Mr. Scott Casebolt and his administrative team. I am thankful to the Edsel Ford High School teachers, counselors, and all of the staff here. I am thankful to former Superintendent, the late Brian Whiston, and current Superintendent, Dr. Glenn Maleyko. I am thankful to all my colleagues, former and current school board members, especially Trustee Mary Lane, because she was at the table during the school year of 2013 and 2014. You see, the pride and spirit that the Thunderbird Nation is feeling right now was lacking a few years ago. The crazy people that like to govern our schools from 90 miles away from here shook our world in August of 2013, a couple weeks before we were ready to start the 2013-2014 school year. I remember sitting across the desk from Mr. Whiston, God bless his soul, and asking, "What do we need to do?" He responded with, "I have a plan, but it will be very difficult to implement." My response was, doing the right thing is never easy. He said this plan will aggravate many people, including our teachers and our parents. To that I responded that the rewards are worth the struggle. The rest is history. We don't want to get into that. Parents of this graduating class, you lived that plan. You could have made the easy decision and opted out of Edsel Ford High School 4 years ago. Now, I personally know of a dozen parents, dozen families that did that. It moved out of the city after that 2013-2014 school year. But you trusted us with your children and their education. And for that, I thank you. And I truly feel that we didn't let you down. With all due respect to all of our parents and students, please allow me to mention a few names. When Michael Bates crossed the stage during honors night last week, I leaned into Mr. Casebolt and shared with him that you and I know that there's a proud mama out in the audience. He agreed. Amy, your struggles don't go unnoticed. The success that your son and daughter will achieve in their life is your reward for your struggle. We always hear the cliche that involved parents lead to successful students. To Rob and Katie Morano, I thank you for the time and energy that I've seen you invest into your children the past decade. Will's success on the football field, on the wrestling mat, and most important, I repeat, most important, his success in the classroom is your reward. I would like to express my deepest thanks to our graduating students. You have entrusted the Dearborn Public Schools with perhaps one of your most important pursuits in life, an education. But don't stop now. Keep pushing yourself as you've done in the past. You have the talent, the drive, the care and commitment to make an impact on everyone you meet. You can and will make a difference in life. And today I congratulate you on a job well done and on making an impact at Edsel Ford High School. Thank you, graduates, for making the high school on Rotunda shine again. I look forward to hearing of your successes in the years to follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Berry. Now, I invite you to sit back and relax and enjoy the Edsel Ford Chamber Choir led by Mr. Robert Doyle as they perform the vocal selection, Rise Up.
You're good.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, but you can't find the fighter, and I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Mountains, we gon' walk it out. Silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. We'll take the world to its feet. Rise for you.
Well done. Thank you. Every team has a leader. Our leader is Dr. Glenn Maleyko. He is working tirelessly to bring change, success, and rigor despite financial and ever-changing education standards and laws. He continues to challenge us on a daily basis to improve student achievement and parent involvement. Dr. Maleyko continues to support our school and provide clear vision for our district. Please help me welcome Dearborn Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Glenn Maleyko.
Thank you, Mr. Casebolt. Appreciate that. Good evening, Thunderbirds. Congratulations to our graduating seniors in the class of 2018. Thank you, staff, parents, board members, and guests for being here this evening. I know this is a very busy time of year with all the events, banquets, and concerts going on in the district. I actually have to admit I've fallen a little bit behind on some of my emails and correspondence. I was wondering, if you don't mind, would it be okay for me to take a few minutes here and just catch up on some of my graduation cards that I need to write? I have a few here. It could just take a minute. Dear graduate, dare to do great things in life. Unless, of course, your new roommate from the UP dares you to go swimming in the pond in front of the dorms in the middle of January. Dear graduate, you are the future. And for those who don't know the future, will soon be announced as the latest Marvel superhero to have his own television series on the fall this year on Hulu. Dear graduate, can't wait to see where life will take you next. Hopefully, it will be further than that police car took your crazy Uncle Skeeter after his graduation ceremony back in '92. Whew, great, thank you for giving me, I appreciate that time. Very busy time of year, as I mentioned. I really do feel better getting those things off my to-do list. It's been a very busy time of year, and I would like to thank all of our school staff members, principals, and especially our teachers. All of you have worked very hard to ensure our graduates have earned the privilege to be here this evening. I also want to thank our parents and family members. Your support throughout the years has played a huge part in the success of these students. The nights spent helping with homework, driving to games and practices, volunteering in the classroom, or simply just making sure your child spent a few minutes reading each day, all contributed to helping your child become a better student and a better person. Your action have taught a valuable lesson, a lesson about how doing the little things can make a big difference. Our teachers do it every day. They take great pride in their work and do all those little things that go beyond teaching the lessons. Teachers take an interest in their students as people, make them feel valued, and build relationships. Each and every one of you crossing the stage this evening has the power to make a difference. No matter how big the task or how small the job, always take pride in your work. Let people know they are valued. Small acts of kindness can make a big difference. So take a moment to share a random act of kindness and watch the difference it can make. Let me prove it to you. Dr. Mosalem, Mr. Wall. Brianna Allen, come on up here, please. Brianna Allen. Also, Trent Dory, Sarah Locke, Samira Nasser, and Elizabeth Zamora. Come on up to the stage. I want to thank these students for their hard work, but more importantly, I just want to let them know how much we appreciate them being part of the Dearborn Public Schools. I want to wish them all the best, and as a small token of appreciation, we have a few $10 gift cards to Starbucks or Panera. It sounds like the crowd likes it, so if we can make our graduates feel happy, why not spread the kindness to some of our guests here tonight? Mr. Mustonen, where are you? Mr. Mustonen, yes. Our Director of Communications is here in the stands. Mr. Mustonen also has a few gift cards that he would like to pass them along. Thank you. Thank you, guests, for joining us this evening. We appreciate you for doing your best each and every day to support these students. All right, moving on. In an interview with Scholastic magazine, Colin Powell, the first African American to serve as the U.S. Secretary of State, said, "By doing my best every day, day after day, year after year, I finally got to the top. Being important isn't as important as doing your best every day." The story of Colin Powell, son of an immigrant parents, raised in the South Bronx, is not only about hard work, but reinforces the values in always doing your best and approaching each day with a positive attitude. How many of us can think of someone like Colin Powell? I can. Bill, who works at our board office, exemplifies this approach each and every day, as he ensures that our building is very presentable for our employees and guests. It is quite refreshing to work with him. He enjoys coming to work and takes pride in his job. He's extremely proud of the work that he does because he is making a positive difference with the employees and guests at the board office. There are many Bills in this world, and they energize us with their passion for life, and guess what? It is very contagious. I believe in this. For me, the glass is always half full, never half empty. As our graduates set off on new endeavors, I encourage them to focus their time and energy on those aspects of life that are within their control. And when you face tough or adverse situations, and trust me, you will, I urge you to keep working hard. Never let mediocrity set in. And above all, keep a positive attitude. I encourage you all to follow the philosophy of General Colin Powell and be like Bill. Graduates, during my time as superintendent over the past 3 years, I can think of many situations where you have inspired me, provided me with optimism and great hope for the future. When I see you in the schools and interact with you, and of course, those selfies with the vision sign, I left that vision sign over there next to Vice President Petlichkov, that you asked me to post on Instagram. Those are, thank you, there we go. Author Stephen Covey said, "All of us can consciously decide to leave behind a life of mediocrity and to live a life of greatness, at home, at work, and in the community. No matter what our circumstances must be, such a decision can be made by each and every one of us." Graduates, make that decision to lead a life of greatness. Take pride in all that you do. Never lose sight of your own capacity to reflect, change, and continually grow. Keep developing skills and talents because your undiscovered abilities could lead you down a path that ends up making the biggest difference in your life or in the lives of those around you. Always remember, you don't need to change the whole world, just make a difference in the life of one person, and that may bring about a world of change. Congratulations, be safe, and enjoy the summer. Thank you.